We are unveiling today our centenary collection of Phantoms, cars which celebrate the Spirit of Ecstasy's birthday. 100 very special bespoke cars, Phantom cars. The second thing we are unveiling is the 102EX, the experimental Phantom electric car. For us, a test bed for researching more in terms of alternative engines, what kind of engines in the future should Rolls-Royce have. After Geneva Motor Show, 102EX will go on a world tour where we bring customers in and where we also bring media people in, journalists, to get real insights in what is their opinion, how do they feel, is that something which fits or is it a compromise, electric and Rolls-Royce, electric and luxury. And this is exactly what we want to find out. It's very much for us about, is that still the true Rolls-Royce experience in terms of driving comfort, effortless driving. And after that 1 year of experimenting over the world, we will have much better insights from our consumers and prospects and owners. Is that appropriate, yes or no? And then we will see what brings next.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President and CEO Automobili Lamborghini, Stefan Winkelmann.
Buonasera e benvenuti. Signore e signori,
the name is Lamborghini Aventador LP 700-4. Aventador is the name of a fighting bull. He was awarded as the bravest bull back in 1993 in the arena of Zaragoza. LP stands for the positioning of the engine longitudinale posteriore, so long side and the back of the car. 700 is the number of horsepower, and 4 stands for the fact that this is a four-wheel drive car. So the design of Lamborghini always has to be revolutionary but recognizable, and always form follows function. And the third thing is that our inspiration is coming from fighter jets. Here we have a car which has a stunning performance, 700 horsepower, a V12 cylinder, 6.5 liter capacity, top speed of 350 kilometers an hour, acceleration from 0 to 100 in just 2.9 seconds, and a CO2 reduction in comparison to the predecessor of -20%. The first cars are going to be delivered in the second part of this year, and we already sold more than 12 months of the production.
Well, the Picanto is a very important car for us here in Europe. The A segment is a segment that's approaching 2 million cars per year. We are already quite successful with the current Picanto, selling on average 50,000 a year. But with the new one, we clearly want to top this. Why do we believe we can do this? Very clearly, the design. First of all, when you see the Picanto, it's no longer the cutie little car. It's now a car with a lot of character and like it looking very strong, and it has a real personality. Secondly, it has a real upscale and roomy interior with features that you would not expect from this kind of car. It has LED lights in the front and the rear, it has a start-stop button, it has an automatic keyless entry system, so things that you expect normally in classes above. And then lastly, we have a great powertrain lineup, a sporty 1.25 liter gas, and then a 1 liter 3-cylinder gas, which is available in a pure petrol or gas configuration, and that's a real novelty, a bi-fuel, where from the factory you can have LPG, so liquefied petrol gas, and with that we reach, together with ISG technology, CO2 emission as low as 90 grams, which is extremely important in the European market because the taxation systems in most countries are based on CO2 emissions. Absolutely. So the B segment is the biggest segment in Europe. 27% of all cars sold are B segment cars. Last year was 3.5 million units, and we forecast it to grow over the next year to over 4 million cars. To put it very simple, to be a mainstream successful brand in Europe, you have to have a successful B segment entry. With the current Rio, until now, it's more a car of the older generation of Kia. And I'm saying with the new Rio, we don't have a model change, we have 2 model changes. It's not an evolution, it's a revolution. The car became very modern, very stylish, much more roomy on the inside. It's also featuring a lot of equipment that you don't expect, even like a heated steering wheel, which is something really from luxury cars. And then we have a really good story on the powertrains. So we have 2 gasoline engines, which are great, and we have a 1.4 diesel engine, and then the highlight is a 3-cylinder 1.1 diesel engine, which consumes only 3.2 liter per 100 kilometer and emits only 85 grams of CO2. That makes the new Rio not only the cleanest car and the lowest consumption car in the segment, it is on the entire European market except for electric cars. So we are beating all the hybrid cars, including the Toyota Prius, and we are even beating the Smart, which is a 2-seater diesel, which until now had the lowest CO2. So with the very luxurious and quite imposing design and modern design of the Rio, we are even beating that. So we're very proud of that, and we think we have an absolute winner on our hands.